32 years ago, on this date, Cristiane and I were sealing our marriage, our union, exchanging vows with each other before God. We were fulfilling a dream of our youth, life, and a dream of serving God together, a dream which not long after, about a year into our honeymoon, where we understood each other, we were well, began the problems, the disagreements. Our spirits didn't agree. We agreed on many things, but on some things we had very different, resistant spirits towards each other. And this lasted for 12 years, almost ending our marriage. And I was reflecting on how we managed to overcome it. What was, I wouldn't call it secret, even though for some it may be a secret, but what was the way that we chose to overcome the marriage problems and to remain together and well married for 32 years and better than ever? Because as we have been teaching, a good marriage, according to God's guidelines, improves over time. It does not get worse. The world says to people, how can you stand being with the same person for so long? Don't you get sick? Don't you get tired? Don't you desire to see other people? The answer is no. No, we don't. When the marriage is good, we got married in the first 12 years. We were tired of each other because the marriage was bad. Naturally, you get tired of something bad. So when people out there say, don't you get tired? It's because usually the marriage that they are in, or the only one that they know, is the bad marriage. And something bad, it gets tiring, it deteriorates. But when it's good, it gets better over time. And that's how it is for us, for 20 years. Out of these 32, the last 20 has been like this, getting better over time. One thing that we can say that helped us to overcome that chronic problem that repeated itself in our marriage was that we chose to do the right thing above our own will. We decided to get it right instead of continuing to make mistakes. Even though what we were doing wrong at first seemed to be right. As the Holy Text says, they speaks about the spirit of error. The Bible speaks about the spirit of error. What is that? The spirit of error is a thought that leads a person to error. Knowing or not knowing, the person will get it wrong. If they know it's wrong, they will keep on doing wrong. Or if they don't know, they keep on doing what is wrong, because the spirit of error leads them to that. And how many marriages end because the spirit of error? They end because the person is embedded in their way of existing and they don't want to give this up. They would rather end the marriage than give up their convictions, their mistakes, their way of living. And the marriage is over because the person would rather divorce who they love than divorcing from their mistakes. And if there's something that we did, both me and her, that we were here together, was this. We decided to divorce, to separate from our mistakes, instead of separating from each other. This changed our marriage. It changed because first we recognized where we were going wrong, and I realized that I wasn't the great husband I thought I was. I had to recognize this. How could I be a good husband if my wife wanted to divorce me? Before hearing these words, I thought was just her, that I was a good husband. But how can a good husband make the wife to be so unhappy for her to desire to leave? I had to look inside myself and recognize my mistakes. I had to recognize that I was not all that I thought I was. I had to divorce from my mistakes, to separate from my ways that I thought was part of me as my flesh, skin, nails, a part of me. I thought that my way was part of me, and I would not change, and she had to accept me the way I was. I thought that, and this is quite convincing. I believed in this for 12 years. It's quite convincing for you to say, that's how I am. I am like this. But we don't use this mentality, this thought in other aspects of life, professionally, for you to stay performing, working as a business person, whatever field you work in, you cannot stay the same. You have to improve. And if there's something wrong about you and your boss, your clients, employees give you a feedback that they don't like that, and at times the feedback follows you being fired, losing clients, not in a friendly way, but life gives you a feedback. And what do? For you to keep on surviving, professionally, you change a way, otherwise you don't survive. You must adapt. But in marriage, we think that the other person must accept all that we are, and we must change nothing. We change for the boss, for the neighbor, for society, for the client, but we don't change for the partner. So I understood that I did not need to be married with my way. I'd rather be married to Christiane and to divorce my way than the other way around. So when I abandoned the spirit of error, when she abandoned the spirit of errors that made us clash, when we decided to stop getting it wrong and to do what was right, the best for our marriage, and to eat some humble pie while we were doing that, because this is what true humility is, then the problems one by one were eliminated, and we finally became one flesh, one spirit, one mind, one spirit. And that's how it has been. Thank God. I won't tell you that temptations don't come. They do. Contrary thoughts, because we are humans, and temptations come. At times, you are impatient, you're not having a good day. At times, an evil whisper is blown in your ear. The spirit of error did not stop working. It is still in the world. Pay attention, you husband, you wife. The spirit of error whispers in your ear. Do you remember King David? The spirit of error whispered in his ears when he looked at Bathsheba. The spirit of error told him, what if? What if? Imagine yourself. The spirit of error spoke to him once, twice, might have spoken many times until he succumbed to his desire and committed adultery. What a disgrace he brought to his life, to his family, and to Israel because of that mistake. The spirit of error keeps on working in this world. The spirit of error will always speak, suggest, at times with nice proposals, attractive proposals, convincing, seductive words Words that will make a lot of sense. The spirit of error will come to you and will induce you to do what deep down you know is wrong. You know it, but the spirit of error will tell you, you deserve it. Everyone does. What's the problem? You are human. Am I right? The spirit of error will bring to you the suggestions, and if you act through it, you end your life. Not only your marriage, you end your life. And worst of all, the worst case scenario, you end your soul, because this spirit of error comes to take your soul to the wrong place and not the right place, which is the presence of God in eternity with Him, but to the wrong place, absence of God, which is hell, the curse of the condemnation and separation from God. So be attentive, either for your marriage, for your life, as a general rule. If you want to win in life, resist the spirit of error and prioritize to do what is right above what you feel and like, and then things will work out better for you. If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.